house, I would find out the rest of the details from Drake. I pulled a folder out of the glove compartment which held our travel information. Roberta Gengler, I said. That's her name, and I have the address and phone number right here. I had begun looking for housing last fall and was a little surprised to find that many properties were already leased for the coming summer. It seemed that Skagway, where the normal population was fewer than 1,000, tripled in size with seasonal workers and gained tenfold when the cruise ships were in port. I'd snagged the first spot I could get that was an actual house and allowed dogs. Many of the seasonal workers were lucky to find dormitory-style housing provided by their corporate tour company employers, or a room in someone's home. Some of the brave college-aged ones tried tent camping, but I knew good and well I would not be up for that for the span of our 4-month contract. It was probably too much to hope our place would be charming. We'd be happy if it was comfortable and weather-tight. "Berta's a good gal," Chewy said. "I think you'll like her, and she's got a daughter that's not bad at all." He gave a little eyebrow wiggle in Drake's direction. "Let's give her a call, see if we can unpack the truck before dark," I suggested. Chewy noticed the town map in my folder and stepped closer to point to it. "Here's Berta's place. I think the rental is also on state, but I'm not sure. Grocery is right here, gas station there." The town was laid out on a neat grid, 5 streets wide and 9 or 10 long, with a railroad track leading from the dock area and going away into the mountains somewhere. Everything Chewy pointed out was within a few blocks, easy walking distance. We said goodbye to the mechanic, Drake saying he'd be back in the morning, and climbed into the truck where I pulled out my phone and called Mrs. Gengler. 6 minutes later, we were driving up outside a low cottage on Main Street, which seemed oddly named given that the part we saw was residential. A woman waited on the sidewalk that led from the street. Her short-sleeved shirt and cotton capris attested to the fact that she was thoroughly acclimated to Alaska summers. She wore her chin-length brown hair in a blunt cut that framed her face with breezy curls, and blue eyes edged with laugh lines went along with the bright smile she sent our way. "Charlie and Drake, welcome to Skagway." She shook hands with Drake, paused a second, and pulled me into a hug. I knew I would like her when she caught sight of Freckles and knelt to give the dog a hug, too. Our brown and white spaniel shepherd mix can be a handful, but at a year old she's settling down a bit. She wagged her entire body at Roberta Gengler's attention. "Everyone here calls me Berta," the landlady said as she pulled out a small key ring. We followed as she unlocked the front door, chatting the entire time. "It's a 2-bedroom, even though you said you only needed 1, but I appreciate it if you don't take in another renter for that second room, not without checking with me first. You've got use of the whole house. The backyard is fenced for a little bit here," a gentle tickle at Freckles' forehead. "And there's a garage. I can't say what all junk might be in there, but you're welcome to move it around if you need to. I think your vehicle will fit inside if you like, or just leave it in the driveway. Doesn't matter." She led the way through to the living room, where I noted a stone fireplace, small sofa, and 2 armchairs, and a lonely-looking plain coffee table, into a small kitchen where the white paint seemed to have been freshly done. "You got your basic furniture, plenty of kitchen utensils, dishes, and such. I did tell you about bringing your own linens." I nodded. I'd even remembered to label the box. With Drake's auxiliary helicopter gear, I'd been allocated space in the truck for our 2 suitcases and 2 boxes for anything and everything else I might need. Considering that I was still somewhat on call with the private investigation firm where I'm a partner with my brother Ron, my must-haves included a computer and an assortment of necessary business files. It didn't leave much space for household stuff, but then again I felt sure I could get any absolutely necessary item here in town. "I live right behind," Berta was saying, pointing out the kitchen window toward a thicket of shrubbery and a dark brown metal roof. "My house faces State Street. You need anything, you can either walk around the block or just duck through that thin spot in the bushes." She jabbed her finger. "Just left of that Sitka Mountain ash tree, there's a gate." I nodded vaguely, completely unclear which tree she meant, hoping we wouldn't have to go dashing for help anytime.